Zryken, この後すぐ Hello, I didn't take the box out of time, but welcome to another review. I'm Zryken. I am going to be talking about this thing. This is called Artcore. It's a I don't know what it is. The best way I thought about it was medieval Warhammer, which I don't really think is the right thing to call it. But this is my Toys Alliance, or Stone Creative Intelligence Co. Limited, Toys Alliance 2024. Artcore is one of those things that just heavily reminds me of like knights, but also just it's a very weird gimmick of transforming knights. The one we're looking at is a 1/35 scale Mithril Hawk Centaur Arch Knight. This is the I guess number 37 in the line. So here it is. This is the bike mode. Here is the top, which is very it reminds me of Monster Hunter for the 3DS. Then here's the back. So here's the story that I can't read, and then like what we're looking at right now. Here's the other one, and underneath is all that it comes with, and yeah, that is it. This box is pretty thick too, so like good quality, except for the fact that I didn't put the blister back in like well enough. But anyways, we could take a look at the figure, which is right here. Did I mention? I'm gonna say this first. This thing was $60. You can't see it. Hold on. It's up to exposure, but and this guy is deceptively small. If you want to know how small he is, here is here's a bit. Here's a ranger key. He is that small, and he is packing a lot, to be honest. Design wise, I really like it. It's a very bulked out knight, right? And we could just take a look at him, admire his painting and weird greebles that he has all over him. So that posability, as you can see, his shoulders are a little bit, shoulder pads are a little wobbly. He has a ball jointed head, right? So he can look. He can't look all the way 360. So you are still gonna get a good range of motion. His waist is on a hinge, so he could bend down pretty well. So can he bend backwards though? That's with the help of the bottom joint, I think, where the bottom joint is a little more wibbly. I think that might be the top as well. I don't know. His shoulders on not exactly hinged, but they are pliable enough to get out of the way, but they can go forward. So you could go full 360. You can also, it has a butterfly joint. I forgot about that. So you can bring the arm out. You can see how it's formed. I'm sorry, it's all like that. Then he can bring his arm out. Well, I don't think I did this, but I would like to say not far. I would like to prove him wrong. Well, actually, no, yeah, I proved myself wrong. With how pliable the plastic is for that holding the shoulder together, the shoulder armor together on here, it's pretty good. Elbow, you do not have a bicep. No, you do, actually. You have a bicep. Oh God, a bicep swivel, kind of. I would like to mention that the material they use for this feels very real grade Gundam, where it's like a 3D printed on. Then you get like the arm, single joint, over 90, which is neat. Then the hand is basically a ball joint. You can basically take it off, and you see the ball, you can see the hand. It's pretty big. You can't see that, but yeah, you can see how big the hand is, and then got that. sticking these hands on is scary. So there's that. For the leg, you go forward. It's a really decent like forward motion. Going back this far, then like I think double jointed knee, and then ball jointed ankle. It's a really good ball joint. I don't exactly know what's connected. I think it's like right here to there. So yeah, okay. So the ball joint is like right there. So you can get a really good, decent amount of articulation. The knee armor doesn't bother it. There's also this thing for the hips where it swings down a bit. So as you can see, the hips swing down to do even more. So there's that. So can you stand on your own? He can. Almost before I knocked it over. But yeah, he can stand on one foot. He's a really stocky, tiny dude, and I really like him. So he doesn't have any weapons, so he doesn't come with anything else. I kept those hands on, but if you want to see the other hands, here is. Hold on. Does he have two? Yeah. He has thumbs up hands, pointing hands, and open hands. He has hands, more than one, and I'm surprised. And then he also has this other knight helm, if you can see it. So as you can see, he has his other knight helm, really neatly like sculpted too. I think it's cool, but it's not my favorite, to be honest. And mainly due to the fact that it's like, if this is the only helmet I had, that's fine. But for some reason, I prefer this tower, this block, because it just kind of works. So, with that, we also get, well, this part is important actually. So we're going to put that to the side. We get these two adapter parts, which are actually not for him. It's for this thing. It's his bike. I don't remember. I would like to call it a chariot because of the fact that it has a lance. But this is a really cool bike. Like, just spinning it around. It's a little chariot in my case. And if you wanted to know, this thing does spin. So, and then if you look at the inside, that bronze thing is also spinning. So, yeah, he can drill into people. And the cool thing is the front can roll. There's nothing in the back. There's no wheels on the back. So if you look underneath, you can see that it's supposed to be treads and then wheels, and it's cool. I think that's all I'm saying now. But you can put this guy on if you want. Like, obviously, because he's for that. The other thing I didn't mention was that he won't be what he is without this thing. This is like a mohawk thing, I guess. And then all you have to do is take this and attach it to his back, like the upper back. So you line it up, snap it in, and then he's technically done. So it doesn't really like impede on anything. It's just more like that horse mane. So you're gonna basically make it like he's riding a bike, essentially. So that, put his hands in the handle. If I could slide it in, that'd be nice. It's weird to do this on camera, but slide that on. Slide the other hand on, please. And then just orient it so that way he's going like that, and then he goes vroom vroom, that kind of thing. So yeah, like he works really well with this. He has no issues other than the fact that I didn't put him on correctly. And yeah, this is like this most stable thing I've had, really. Um, you can doot dooty doot, but it's super interesting. I like the treads on the bike. I like how this feels. I like how this looks. It's very open though, but like you don't really know how a lot of it works. I think that most of the engine would be sculpted in the back. These afterburners and everything is neat. And that's not all. So I'm gonna take them out. Oh my god. Get out. And I'm gonna do it ahead of time, but you're gonna straighten them out, basically. And like, just his other hand's naked. You're gonna give him this thing. So this is a handle with a peg. Oop. A handle with a peg, right? And you're gonna give it to him this way. So you're gonna sandwich it into his hand, and it'll be like this. Then you take this lance, you move that, and so as you can see, it's a really long one. It's even longer than he is. It's like 4 times the height. And then just, I think it was like this. You can peg it on like this. I think, if if I remember correctly. That's for a later thing. We're gonna take this and gonna start from the back. So you're gonna unfurl the hooves with the legs. So do the same thing on the other side. Then bring this around. Well, actually, we could do that later. I would just bring it up just in case, but just for now. Then bring this entire part down like that. As you can see, well, that wasn't supposed to come off, by the way. Hold on. Oh no, I took it off and now it won't come. No, it won't go back on. I did not break it, by the way. Hold on. There we go. So you're gonna bring this part out. This is gonna be the fun part. You're gonna bring this up, and you're gonna do the same thing with everything else. Unfurl the hoof, and then bring it all down. Strain it all up, so that way it all lines up. Do the same thing here, and then you're gonna bring. Oh, I already did it on one side. This entire wheel thing, you're gonna bring in, and it's gonna collapse into the chest, or the main cavity of the horse, so it fills it up more, like that. I don't know if I got it, but it goes from the front part of the bike goes there, then just goes all the way into here, like this. So now it fills it out. Then you're gonna take the handles and then unpeg them, bring them forward, and then bend. I think you just bend this down. Yeah, you bend it down like this. And then that's where you bring this part in, where you're just gonna do it like this. And then you got all this ready for, obviously, just attaching the guy on. So you take this peg, plug it into his butt, like so. Then maybe I should have put the weapon on last, but oh boy. Okay, so battery died. That was fun. So the last thing I did was basically, let me move this out of the way. But there's this part that pegs into his butt, and what we're gonna do is line him up while putting him down, so that way he can just look like he's sitting on there. And then I think using the pegs on this side we would, or is it something else? I think it works this way. We just peg it in like that, and then just peg it on this side. Yeah, it works. Like, I guess it works like that. And then there we go. We have the, what's your name again? Centaur Arc Knight. Arch Knight? Arc? Something. But yeah, you can see now he is in I was gonna do a Power Ranger reference. The Centaurus Wolf Megazord kind of thing. Was like, no, the Centaur mode. I really just had Korag in my head for that. And yeah, it's really neat. It's super, I don't know how you feel if you would see someone charging at you with the mechanical, like, Centaur mode. So then, as you can see, it has posability, kind of. So you could just do this, and they will not regret basically just going in, charging in, like drilling their enemies in, that kind of thing. I think this is really cool. Its price though, God, its price. This is $60. This thing is tiny. This is smaller than a Megazord. This thing is smaller than a high grade. This is smaller than, like, sorry, I keep bringing this guy in. Not this guy, but this guy is $60 when this is like half the price, basically. Is it worth it? Oh God, that's the other problem, because I have another. Oh God, I have another. That was $60. And it's just like that. Let me go grab one. This one, I'll get to next. Actually, is this tack. Both of these are $60, and they're the same price. It's just, this is Taco Tomy. This is Archcore, the Toys Alliance. It is, it's so good, but I can't justify its price. If you could get it for a cheaper price, maybe. But like, they have so many. This is like how I feel when it comes to like minifigures of Warhammer, because one minifigure about this size is about $30, just the one. And I'm like, why? I would never understand this, but this guy is cool. I would like to say hold off, or if you want a big bang for your buck, there are more of these guys. Not just the knights. There's like different factions, it seems. One of them's like a semi-truck. They're like basically third-party transformers that can transform even more. They have bigger ones that are a truck, or like, get this, it's like a watchtower that, it's like, you know those towers, like the Rook, like the chess piece, the Rook, and it's just like a giant watchtower, but then it just transforms into a giant robot, and that's like $100. I feel like you get more bang out of your buck for that than like this thing. It's not bad. It's good. It's just not really worth the $60. So, I bit the bullet because I was like, you know what? I want to see how these are. And I got my money's worth with this huge drill. That is like 5 times bigger. It's like double the size. It's like 2 horses, really. But, yeah. I love investing in weird things, and this is one of them. It's like, is it worth it? I guess, but yeah. But that's me. That's for me. This is Zryken. I'll see you guys in the next video. Maybe one that isn't so expensive, I guess. Maybe. Alright. Bye-bye.